Ladies and gentle gays, it is time for yet another Patreon topic video.
Give me your wig, give me your wigs. You don't know what to do with it. Give me your wig, give me
So I think this video is going to end up being a bit short, only because I feel like the topic or the concept I'm going to be talking about is pretty simple, but I always end up saying that, oh yeah, this video is going to be short, and I end up rambling. So let me just, let's just get to it. Before I continue talking about it, you need to go on over to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. The girls are already over there giving me a bunch of topics to talk about on the upcoming episode of the podcast, the Expression Podcast, which is exclusively on Patreon. So go over there, check it out, let me know what you think. And also when you go over there and sign up, you get to help me pick the topics of these videos. So the topic that won on Patreon was just the concept of rewarding yourself for getting your work done. Now, the reason why I think this is important is because there are certain tasks that we all have to do, that we all have to face, that we just, no matter how we try to escape them, no matter how we wish we didn't have to do them, we have to do them. There's certain things that are just mandatory and certain things we hate doing. So the idea is, in order to make that process easier, and I feel like this is pretty common knowledge, in order to make the process easier, you give yourself a reward for completing said task. So my twist on it is, don't wait until you have finished the task to give yourself the reward, because a lot of the tasks that we hate doing, they can take all day, or they take a very long time, or it's a very difficult or arduous thing to do. So what you do is you create increments within said task, especially like I said, if it's a long one, and give yourself rewards as you reach each goal within the task. When I actually choose to implement this, when I actually choose to take my own advice, it does make the task seem that much easier, especially when you breaking things down incrementally is already like making it seem a little bit easier in your mind. But for me, because of the way I think, I think because of the way I was raised, it was almost like I don't deserve a reward until the thing is complete. I'm telling you, I feel like that has to do with not only how I was raised, but also the fact that my family is Jamaican, and that Jamaican ass work ethic, girl, it's just out of this world. So the difficult thing for me is like learning how to recalibrate my mind. Like, girl, it's okay if you get your ass up while you're working and enjoy something really nice and then come back and complete it. It's okay for you to be proud of yourself while you're doing something, making yourself, because it's a lot of times, and I know I've said this before, but a lot of times we have this internal self-talk and we're just like hard on, especially if it, like I said, it's a task that we hate, we're hard on ourselves, we're beating ourselves up, like we need to finish this, hurry up. But it's okay to take breaks and enjoy some life while you're getting this stupid shit done that you hate doing. I think this can also be helpful, especially if you know that you have problems with commitment when it comes to getting stuff done, or you know that you need to work on the fact that you give up too easily. If you break up the task, there's something there for you to look forward to. Say something takes an hour, you know every 15 minutes, okay girl, I get, what, a jelly donut? I don't know, girl, like this your reward, not mine. I don't know. But like it gives you something to look forward to. So just when you feel like, oh girl, this is so tiring and I hate doing this, that's the moment where you're like, but in 10 minutes or in 5 minutes, I get to do X, Y, Z, or I get to play 5 seconds of a video game or 5 minutes of a video game. I don't know, girl. So I guess the topic actually is not only giving yourself rewards, but breaking up big tasks into smaller, like bite-sized things, especially if something that you despise doing. And also just changing the way that we think about work, especially if you're someone who's a perfectionist, or if you're someone who gets anxious easily, or if your ass is a workaholic. A lot of our to-do lists, if they're just plopped down right in front of us, they can seem very daunting, but if you learn how to segment them and also be proud of yourself for getting it done, be proud of yourself for doing even the smallest things, give yourself a pat on the back. Like I said before, I think it's because of the culture that I was in, that it was difficult for me to appreciate myself for doing things that even things that I deemed as small things, like, no girl, like be proud of it, because the other option was that your ass could have just sat down and done nothing. So even, no matter how small it is, and even if someone thinks that it's weird that you do that you congratulate yourself for small things, no girl, because like I said, the other option was you not doing anything, and that's when the real problems start. And in order to get to these big tasks and getting them done in the first place, you have to feel good about getting smaller things done anyway. So yeah, I'm just calling for everyone who has experienced this type of thing to just change the way that you work, change the way that you go about, like change your methodology. Because if the work is not, like if you have no choice but to do it and you hate doing it all the time, like find a way to change how you see it, change how you view it, change how you view yourself in relation to the work, and it might be a little bit easier. Hopefully people don't trivialize this whole topic or make it seem like it doesn't matter, because it does. I feel like it's a form of personal development to be aware of these things and to work on them. And also I feel like you create a better relationship with yourself, you're more aware of yourself, and that in turn will get you to be more efficient. It will get you to work smarter and not harder. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Anyway, I'm done running my mouth. If you like this video, comment, let me know what you think, share your experiences in the comments so people can learn from it, we can learn from each other. Also, if you like this video, make sure you check out patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Help me pick the topics, get extra content, get access to my podcast, all of that good stuff. I love you all so much, and make sure you have a good goddamn evening.